What is going on, you guys? Blue Applehead here with another video for you guys, and in this one I'll be talking about my top 5 favorite movies. Now I wanted to take a step back from all the fashion content that I've been putting out and make more of film content on this channel, because as you may or may not know, I am an aspiring filmmaker and I just wanted to bring more film content to this channel and stuff like that. So for this one I'll be talking about my top 5 favorite movies, and this is not going to be in any particular order, you know, from like best to worst or worst to best. Well, not worst, but like, you know what I'm trying to say. But it's just gonna be a list of movies that really inspire me to continue studying film and stuff like that, and films that I really enjoy. So if you do like content like this, make sure you hit that like button down below. It truly helps out this channel. Also hit that subscribe button if you're new, or if you just haven't already, and just continue to watch my video and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys enjoy this list, and if you have favorite movies of your own that aren't on this list and stuff like that, feel free to put them down in the comments if you want to, and let's just get straight into it. Now, like I said, this is not going to be in any particular order, so starting at number 5, I have The Dark Knight. Now, The Dark Knight was directed by Christopher Nolan, and you know, this movie is looked at as really a cinematic masterpiece. You know, everybody loves this movie, everybody knows about this movie, and this movie was just really great. You know, I seen this movie a long time ago, and this movie is like what really drove me and really inspired me to become a filmmaker, because before I wanted to be a filmmaker, I actually wanted to be a comic book artist. But you know, instead of making, you know, comic book art, I can make comic book movies. And so after seeing this and seeing how well, you know, the story was, the characters were, the plot was, and everything, stuff like that, it really just inspired me to become a filmmaker. And you know, this movie was just really great, you know, from directing to the action to the writing, the plot, everything was just great about this movie. And I'm pretty sure everybody who's watching this has seen that movie, so that is gonna be 5 on the list. Number 4 on this list is La La Land. Now, La La Land is a movie directed by Damien Chazelle, and this movie is like perfect to like every aspect of filmmaking, you know, from cinematography, lighting, you know, plot, the writing of it, the characters, every aspect of filmmaking. You know, this movie is perfect, and obviously there's no such thing as perfect, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, this movie was really a great movie, and it's like a musical romance type of movie. And I know that's not for everybody, you know, but if you haven't seen this movie, definitely go ahead and go give it a watch, because this movie is literally just the perfect movie if you're like trying to study film, trying to study like the aspects of filmmaking. Like, this is really just the greatest movie. And you know, if you see behind the scenes, you would see like how they set up everything, from like camera movements to like placement of lighting to blocking and all of that. Like, this movie is just really great and really one of my favorite movies. So that is number 4 on this list. Now, number 3 is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Now, this movie is really a dope and great movie, because you know, it takes a lot of references from different materials like video games, comic books, and stuff like that, and it all implements them in a movie that really enhances this film. And Edgar Wright, the writer and director, you know, he's known for making, you know, great movies and stuff like that, but this movie I think is one of his best works, because you could tell that he really put time and effort into every little thing, from like the way that it was shot to like the soundtrack and stuff like that. Like, there's this one scene where he uses the Zelda fairy theme, and it's actually like during a dream sequence, and that is something only like video game, you know, lovers would know. But you know, it's the little things that really enhance this movie and really does it for me, and it really makes this movie, you know, great and stuff like that. So that is why I have this on my top 5 favorite movies list. Number 2 on this list is The Gentleman, directed by Guy Ritchie. Now, this is a movie that I really regret not seeing in theaters, because I knew about it, but I just didn't like know of the director at the time. And you know, Guy Ritchie is a director that I really like take inspiration from, and I really haven't noticed like his films. I know his films, like I've seen his films before, but I just really haven't noticed him as a director until I've seen The Gentleman. And this movie is like a really great movie. It takes a different approach at a gangster movie and sets it in the modern era, modern-ish era. And I really just like everything from the shots, the characters and stuff like that. Like the casting of this movie was really great. The writing of this movie was really great. You know, everything about this movie was great, and it just made me fall in love with Guy Ritchie as a filmmaker and stuff like that. So I really do love this movie. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. Just everything about this movie was great, and that is why it is on this list. Last on this list is the movie Cats.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
No, I'm just playing. It's not Cats. I did not even watch that movie. That movie was, you know, I don't want to bash on movies because, you know, it takes a lot of effort to make a movie, but Cats, let's just erase that from, you know, our memories. But last on this list is Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Now, I know compared to like the other movies that I mentioned on this list, this is like a left field pick, but you know, this movie is a movie that I grew up on. I remember watching this a long time ago with my dad and all of that, and this movie was just really great for me because, you know, although it's like cheesy, the editing and stuff like that was pretty, you know, corny, it was just an element of its time. You know, this is really like a time piece movie. Like this movie, if you want to get a general idea of like what the car scene was like and like stuff like that of how it was in the early 2000s, Tokyo Drift is that movie, and I just like everything about it. You know, it was corny, it was cheesy, but it was also enjoyable to watch. And you know, there's not gonna be another movie like this, let's be honest, because like I said, it was just an element of its time, and the way that movies are made now, they're taken a little bit more serious, or you know, stuff like that. But yeah, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift is on this list because I really just love this movie. I do love cars. I love JDM cars and stuff like that, and this movie just really sparked my love for cars and stuff like that. As for everybody who watched, you know, Fast and Furious, and like I said, Fast and Furious is a franchise that, you know, has changed drastically throughout the years, but this movie is very different, and I can appreciate that they, you know, went out of their way to make a different type of movie instead of your typical, you know, car racing scene movie. So I really do like this movie, and you know, it's not the best one in the series. You know, for me, the best one in the series is 5, in my personal opinion, but Tokyo Drift is just, it holds that nostalgic feeling in my heart, and I really do just love this movie. So that's why I had to put it on this list. So I just shared with you guys my top 5 favorite movies, and you know, this is just a general idea of like what inspires me to make movies and what inspires me to, you know, love the art of filmmaking and stuff like that. And I just wanted to share it with you guys, and if you guys, you know, have different movies that are on your list, you know, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I really want to see what you guys watch and what you guys love, you know, what type of movies you guys are into and stuff like that. But yeah, this is just my top 5 favorite movies. Hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you guys, you know, agree with some of these movies. And if you haven't watched any of these movies on this list, go ahead and give them a try, because these movies are really, really dope and really, really, you know, cool and stuff like that. So go ahead and go watch them yourselves. But that will be it for the video. If you made it to the end, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because it really helps out this channel. I will be posting another video next week, and like I said, if you do like content like this, it's not going to be film content all the time, but you know, I'm going to sprinkle it here and there throughout the channel. So if you do like this content, feel free to let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.